So yesterday I let you guys know that I'm running a NFL newsletter at sidelinescoop.com every single morning, breaking down the newest headlines around the NFL, giving my insights on what's going on. So if you want to stay up to date with all things NFL in your inbox every morning, feel free to go to sidelinescoop.com. I'll also leave a link in the description down below. So I want to, in this video, discuss something written by PFF, Pro Football Focus, and in this article, they looked at all 16 NFC teams and gave one breakout candidate for the 2023 season. And so I want to go over who they have as their breakout player for the Packers in 2023, and I'll throw it up right here. So Green Bay Packers right tackle Zach Tom. They say this: Tom showcased his versatility as a rookie in 2022 as he recorded snaps at every position along the offensive line except center. He did play better when he played outside at either left tackle or right tackle, a promising sign considering that he is projected to start at right tackle for the Packers in 2023. He recorded a pass blocking grade of 82.4 in games where he played primarily at tackle, tied for 8th among offensive tackles last season. So last year in the 2022 draft, the Packers used one of their 4th-round picks on Zach Tom, who came in and for a rookie, only being a 4th-round draft pick, played really, really well. Only allowed 1 sack in 196 pass blocking snaps. He played about 300 snaps at left tackle and 84 at right tackle. So the Packers have a guy in Zach Tom who they can use at left tackle and at right tackle. Luckily for the Packers, David Bakhtiari looks like he is healthy. Obviously, last year he continued to overcome that knee injury that he was dealing with for a couple seasons. But near the end of the year, and I'd say through the middle of the year to the end, Bakhtiari sort of showed that he had overcome that injury. And so now going into 2023, the Packers have a much healthier line than they did entering 2022, because with Bakhtiari at left tackle, Elgton Jenkins at left guard, the left side is stacked. And then we have Josh Myers likely going to be center, John Runyon likely right guard, and then Zach Tom or potentially Josh Nijman at right tackle. And Tom and Nijman have been taking snaps with the first team throughout OTAs and minicamp. But I think one thing that this sort of shows about the Packers and their drafting ability, I guess you could say, is looking at Zach Tom. The fact that he may come in here and start for the Packers at right tackle after being a 4th-round draft pick shows the Packers have an eye for offensive line talent. Does it always work out? Obviously not. But they've found some pretty good players later in drafts. I mean, if you look at David Bakhtiari, back in 2013, he was a 4th-round draft pick. So you would assume, seeing at the level that Bakhtiari plays, he probably was a 1st-round pick. But no, he lasted all the way till the 4th round, and the Packers were able to develop him and which led to him becoming one of the best tackles in the NFL. And so with Zach Tom, the Packers have a chance to see him really go above and beyond what he did in 2022, because I think in 2022, for being a rookie, he was probably one of the better rookies, if not one of the best rookies on offensive linemen in 2022. And so now with an entire year under his belt, he has an entire offseason to prepare. He's going to be heading into 2023, I'd say, with a lot more ability and talent and just sort of knowing how things work entering his 2nd season in the NFL. And so the Packers have sort of shown an ability to develop talent and find some guys who were later draft picks and really develop them into great players. Even with Josh Nijman being an undrafted free agent, he's played really well. The Packers brought him back on a 1-year deal. Last year, Nijman only allowed 5 sacks and 448 pass block snaps. So looking at this offensive line overall, we have Bakhtiari, 4th-round pick, Elgton Jenkins, a 2nd-round pick, Josh Myers, a 2nd-round pick, John Runyon, a 6th-round pick, and then Zach Tom, a 4th-round pick. So if Zach Tom can come in, if he does end up starting at right tackle, which I think, if I would have to guess between Tom and Nijman, I would say Tom, just because I feel like the Packers will be able to get a little more out of him. We'll see, though. But regardless, the Packers have Tom or Nijman who they can use as a backup potentially if Bakhtiari were to get injured, in the unfortunate case that would happen. Hopefully it doesn't, but they luckily have another guy who can fill in there. But I would have to agree with PFF that I do think Zach Tom will take another leg up in his 2nd season after already having a very, very successful 1st season. So as I said, I have a NFL newsletter, sidelinescoop.com. You can type it in your browser or feel free to click the link down below. If you guys have followed that pretty much every day, break down all NFL news. So if you want to keep up to date with everything, feel free to do that. It is sort of that time of the year where there's not too much going on, but there's still random things to talk about here and there. So I will continue to send that out. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.